on everything that you have been saying upstairs and at the front of the boat, one of the main things that was coming out was about the views on opportunities for transitioning to new or alternative fuels, and very specifically the role of LNG being seen as a bridge or a transition fuel.
So what is really important when we talk about this transition is it's also a technical question, but it's really a financial question and a policy question. There are immense policy risks included in any investment on low carbon technologies, because when you say it takes a lot of policy intervention to get there, the risk is that the politicians will not do the trick.
It won't come any cheaper, it will most likely be more expensive, and if we are talking about more expensive fuels, we certainly have to think even much more about the vessel efficiency.
I mean, the best way would be a long-term, ambitious global regulation on CO2 emissions that is compatible with Paris, because that's the way where you can reduce a lot of the policy risk that would be in investing into whatever technology we talk about. And that's not so much the transition technologies, that's also the electricity or wind or, well, also biofuel.
LNG is one particular aspect we're looking at that is coming up with interesting numbers. Companies have CEOs with very different views on how they see the decarbonization. They can be the technical department saying, or the technical manager saying, well, I think LNG is the solution based upon all sorts of conferences he might attend, but the CEO might already think about more longer-term perspective.
First of all, I think that what we're looking at is the Paris Agreement as it stands, which is below 2 degrees, of course with a view for 1.5, but I think in the first place we need to get moving towards 2 degrees. We have set ourselves an ambitious target of reducing 60% of our emissions before 2020. And we are on track to do that. We've done 42%. But what we can also see is that the last chunk we will not be able to do alone as a shipping company. It's not possible. We have a target that is 60% in 2020, that with a 2007 baseline. So on the last 10 years, we've every year had concrete plans and investment to reduce our emissions. We can see that the last part of our emission will need completely new technology, and that's not something that a company can develop on its own.